Good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I haven't been able to film for the last couple of weeks, so I apologize, but I'm here today and I hope you're ready to play. So let's get onto the mat and we'll do some yoga. Let your knees come as wide as the mat, actually a little bit wider than the mat. And then move your hips to your heels. Walk your arms as far forward as they can go and spread those fingers. And try to get the base of the palm, knuckles, fingertips into the ground, and then let the forehead rest. Then bring your belly away from the floor. Feel the rhythm of your breathing. And then just kind of slowly, gently rock side to side. And then find a neutral place. Put your forehead to the ground. Take your left arm to the side, right arm to the side, and just kind of gaze up. You're looking up, but think about putting the back of your head towards the sky and really pressing those hands down. Take the energy of your left hand and go counterclockwise. Take the energy of your right hand and go clockwise as you're pressing down. And you'll feel the energy. It's solid, it's stable, but you might feel it somewhere in around your elbows, above and below, not in the joint. And then just pause. Take your arms back to center. Exhale like you're going into a cat tilt. And then neutralize. Pull your arms back. You're going to come forward and bring your knees together. So you're bringing it, elbows really close to the knees. And then you're going to come down, exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, inhale. Now come up and do a deep cat. Inhale, and then cross. You're reaching, angling, and lowering that left shoulder towards the floor. The right elbow is going down, so just like it came, going where it came from. And then you'll pull back up and cross the right arm. The left elbow goes down towards the knee, the right arm reaches way out. Belly is in. Just want to try to go deep into those armpits. And then come back up. Take it through, so you're going to take the left arm and thread towards the right. And take that right arm up to the sky. Turn your palm away from the body. Bend your elbow and just kind of drop. Let the arm dangle. Let the belly come in. And then release. Take your palm forward onto the floor. And then you're going to come up. You're wrapping those arms. You're going to exhale. Inhale, release. And let's go to the other side. So you're going to take your right hand, thread through. Take your left arm up to the sky. Turn the palm away from the body, backwards. And then reach that arm and let it drape. Pull the belly in. Now you're going to take that left arm back up. Let the palm come to the ground. Come up and back. So you're going to wrap those arms. Rise up on the inhale. Exhale as you round. Inhale, release those arms. Bring them to parallel again and pause. Then you're going to take that right leg and drape it. You'll take your right arm and come into this squat. It's like you're squatting. And then you're going to take it back to center. You'll take your left arm, your left leg, reach and drape, and then sink in. So you're going to come back. Does that make sense? Take your right leg, drape it behind you. Take your right arm over your head, and then move your hips towards the heel. Come back to center. Take your left, reach, and sink. One more time. Right leg drapes, reach, sink, and center, left, reach, and sink, and center. Pause here. You're going to pull up into forearm dog. So exhale, lift those heels and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Now take that right leg up, touch down, lift and lower, lift, lower, right leg drops. Take your left leg up, lower, lift, and lower. One more time. Then drop your knees, take your feet wide, pull your hips up again, lift your heels and lower, lift your heels and lower. So you're still on your forearms. Now lift your heels up and squat back. As you squat back, the elbows will lift up. So you're in this deep squat. You'll drop your knees towards the floor and pull back. Knees towards the floor, pull back. Again. One more time. Next time, you're going to make a right turn. You're going to drop your left knee towards the center and pull back. See? Turn towards the left, pivot on your feet, reach, and squat. Turn towards the right, and squat, left, and squat. Now take your knees to the ground, have a seat on your heels, interlace your fingers, dive forward, let your arms dangle, and you rise up, release those arms, exhale into down dog. You're going to take that right leg into split, take your right foot outside your right hand. Now from here, you're going to take your back foot and just kind of pivot both directions. Take it to the outers, and then take it to the inner. Outer edge, inner edge. Outer edge, inner edge. Now when you take it to the outer edge, you're going to turn to the right on the inhale. Now pivot your feet back to center. Turn your left foot inward and reach your left arm up and over. Drop your left arm. Turn towards the right as you pivot that back foot. Inhale that right arm up. And then back down. Pivot your foot like Virabhadrasana 2, like Warrior 2, and reach that left arm over your head. Drop your left arm. Pivot. Turn that right foot out. Reach. And drop. Pivot. Drop the left heel in and reach that left arm up and over. Now pause here. Drop your left hand. Lift your left heel. And then take your right leg and open out and pull the knee into the chest. So you're going to open the knee out to the side, pull the knee into the chest. Open the knee out to the side, pull the knee in. One more time. Open out, pull in, and take your right foot outside your left hand. So it's in a cross. You'll drop your knee towards the floor, level those hips, and pull the ankle onto the knee. Again, foot to the hand, knee to the ground, and then cross dog 2. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, hold this dog, and then bring that foot that right foot between your hands, and then you're going to inhale up. Exhale the hands down. You'll bend the back knee and straighten the front leg. Rise on the inhale. Exhale, hands down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And then back to center. Pull back. Take your left foot outside your left hand. And then let's just work with that back leg. So you're going to go to the outer edge of the foot and then the inner edge. Just kind of getting into the socket. Outer edge, inner edge. Meanwhile, you want to keep 90 degrees. Outer edge. One more time each side. Outer edge and then inner edge. Then you're going to roll to the outer edge of that back foot. Turn towards the left. The front toes go to the center. You'll pivot your back foot. Reach the right arm over the head. And then back down. Pivot and turn. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale that right hand down. Lift the heel, turn. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Right hand down, pause, lift the heel, and take your ankle or your knee, open it out. Pull your knee to your chest. Open out. Knee to chest. Open out. Knee to chest one more time. Open out. Knee to chest. Now you're going to take that foot to your right hand. You're going to drop that knee, pause, and you'll pull back to the ankle. Ankle to the knee. Drop the shin. Cross dog 2. Drop the shin. Cross dog 2. Drop the shin. One more time. Now you'll hold here. Take your right foot between your hands. Rise on the inhale. Exhale your fingertips to the floor. Reverse that lunge. Bend the back knee and straighten the front leg. Come forward, rise up into a vertical lunge. Inhale. And then exhale. Pull back. Come forward. Rise up. Exhale forward. One more time, rising. Exhale. Good, now pause when you come forward. Pull that left foot back and take your right foot between your hands. Rise up for your Triplanasana 1. Feel the stability of your legs. Relax your shoulders, let your arms reach up. Let them be parallel. And then feel the rhythm of your breath. Now bring your hands to your heart, turn to the right. Keep breathing. So your legs are in Triplanasana 1 legs, and you're just turning and holding. Then you'll rise up and straighten that front leg. Open those arms out to the side. Reach out over that right leg and extend in all directions. Untitled Triplanasana. So let the torso be long. You're going to take that left hand and drop it so that your torso is now parallel to the floor, the chest facing down. Now, keep your hand on the inside or on top of that left foot, and then reach the right arm back and rotate the chest. Now take your right hand back to the ground or to the top of your foot or ankle. Come back into Triplanasana. So we're going to inhale and then exhale, bend that right knee. Come up on the inhale. Virabhadrasana 2. So the right knee is over the heel. You'll straighten that right leg, turn the feet so that they're parallel, and then face the back of the mat. So come into Virabhadrasana 1 again. So you're going to reach those arms up. Arms are parallel. Feel the ground beneath you, getting a sense of stability, power. Now bring your hands to your heart, turn to the left, legs stay as they are. Bring into your belly, lots of energy. And you're going to rise up, straightening that front leg, opening your chest out to the right, reaching out, Uttita Trikonasana, extended side angle. Now take your right hand to the ground. Let the torso be parallel to the floor, chest down, and then rotate towards the left. Your hand could be on the floor, on your ankle, at your toes, wherever you feel comfortable. Now take your left hand down, rotate back towards the right on the inhale, and then come into Virabhadrasana 2. Now straighten that front leg, feet are going to be parallel, reach those arms forward, and come into Proserita dog. Check out your hands, make sure the left hand is anchored, the right hand is anchored, and you feel very stable. So you're going to rock forward and lift those heels and squat back like you're sitting in a chair. Try to keep the knees right over those ankles. Pull the belly in, hang here, then rock it forward and drop those heels. Pause again. Take your left hand and cross. So you're reaching somewhere between the knee and the ankle, depending on where you are with your flexibility and how open your shoulders are. Then you'll cross the elbows, wrap, rise up. So the elbows go to the sky, and you're going to bow down, getting into those hips, into the shoulders, release the arms, and let's go again to Proserita dog. So you're going to exhale forward, anchor those hands, pull your right arm back, reach for the left shin, ankle or knee, make sure you're in your core, and then pull your left elbow to connect with your right. Wrap those forearms, rise on the inhale. You're going to bend your knees, bow down as you exhale, rise up, release those arms, and take your hands to the ground. So exhale and inhale. Turn to the right, you'll cross at your thighs. We've done this before. So your thighs are crossed. Not everybody has. If you're new, we have to have it, but drop to your knees, have a seat, and you're going to take your ankle into your hip crease and just pause here. So lift your chest, take your arms back, and let your chest lift. So your right ankle is into your left hip crease, and you're going to twist to the right. Let your chest lift. Now take your left arm up, hand behind you, take your right arm up and grab that left knee. Scooping in at the belly. Take your right hand back, pause here. Now come forward onto your knees. So you're onto the knees. If your foot wants to drop, let it drop. But you're going to take that left arm and thread it towards the right, like we did earlier. And then come back. And other side. Rise back up on the inhale. Have a seat. Take your right foot back to the floor, and then we're going to cartwheel. Let your legs straighten out first so that they're wide again. Take a deep breath here and turn towards the left. So take your thighs together. Pause here. You'll drop your knees to the floor. Have a seat. Take your left ankle into the right hip crease. Just pause here. Turn to the left. Let your heart lift. Belly comes up and in. Take your right arm up. Bring it back, somewhat behind you, and out to the side just a little bit, so you'll have space to lift that chest. Take your left hand onto your right knee. Bring it into your core. Now bring the arm back up, left arm back up, behind you again, so that you can have that length, that space. Now come forward onto your knees. That left heel is in your hip crease, and if it wants to go to the floor, let it. Just don't fight the hips or the knees. So then you're going to thread towards the left, so the right arm reaches through. Then rise up. Other side. All the way up. Pause on the up. Have a seat. And then we're going to where we came from. So find, this is called Proserita, Tadasana. So this wide fold. And now we're going to the front. So you're going to inhale, turn towards the front of the mat, and then you're going to pivot those feet like we did earlier, and take that right arm over the head. Take your right hand back to the floor, and let's go to side two. So you're going backwards. Go to the outer edge of that right foot. Those left toes turn out on the inhale. Lift that chest up. And then go back to center, towards the front of the mat. And take that right thigh in front of the left thigh and walk back. Hang here for a second. Lift that left leg. Drop the left leg behind the right leg, and then come up on the inhale, pulling that right knee. Take hold of the foot, drop that knee towards the floor. You could just hold the foot and the knee, but wherever you are, try to keep your torso long. Try to feel the stability of your feet. Both legs are working. So what I mean is try not to sickle either foot rolling in or out. So you want to imagine like you're standing, even when you're holding your foot. Just pause here. Hold the foot with your left hand, reach that right arm, and grab for the left arm. Pull the knee up, drop the foot back to the ground, release your arms up to the sky, and exhale over. Walk your hands forward, and then go to down dog split. In down dog split, pause so the hamstring can open again, and take your left foot outside your left hand. Pivot towards the right, or towards the left, so you're on the outer edge of that right foot. And then we'll exhale back to center, and go towards the right. Pivot, open out, so all the toes are facing the right. This is a really good thing to open up the hip creases, and then exhale back to center. And then we'll take that left thigh in front of the right thigh, cross dog one. Walk your hands back as you exhale. Inhale, lift. Take that right leg up and fold. Get into those hamstrings. So as you're here, use your quadriceps. So engage everything by either releasing or giving it energy. And then drop. Right foot behind the left foot. As you come up, you'll pull that left knee. Grab the ankle or the foot. Take hold of that knee. Pause for a second. And then put the foot, the heel into the hip crease. You're holding the foot with your right hand. Reach that left arm out. Bend the elbow and grab your right inner elbow with that left hand. Good. Now bring that knee up. Release the foot to the floor. Arms come up. Exhale. Go to down dog split. So you're going to walk it forward. Take that right knee to the wrist. Come down. Exhale. Bring your hands back. Rise and fall. You're going to inhale. So you really want to feel the top of that back foot into the ground. You want to open the top of the thigh. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Pause. Hold. And then you're going to take your forearms to the ground. And then we'll go to the other side. So you're going to curl those toes. And pull your left shin forward. Organize yourself so that you're on the top of that back thigh. Your hips are in a neutral position. And you'll bring your hands back. Rise up on the inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. Next time, you're going to take your hands to the ground. Pause here. And find down doggy. This time we'll start with the left foot forward. Anchor that right heel into the ground. Rise on your inhale. Virabhadrasana 1. Now turn towards the left. Hands in prayer position. You could stay here, or you could release your hands away from each other. The right hand down, the left arm up and over. Either way is fine, whatever feels the best for you. It's just a little bit more balance. Then bring it up. So you're going to come all the way up into Triplanasana. Proserita. Drop that left arm. The arms reach away from each other. The heart is open. Your hand is either on your ankle, at your toe, or on the outside of that foot. Now take your right hand down, level the chest. Let's take it towards the left. Your right hand would be on the inside of that foot or on the top of the foot. Take your hand back, right back in. Some nice rotation for the spine, and then bend that left knee, come up. So make sure that knee is right over the heel, that the toe isn't, or the knee isn't falling inward. Really find that stability. Now, straighten, pivot, turn towards the back, come into Virabhadrasana 1. Rise up. Bring your hands to your heart as you turn towards the right. If you want to release your hands away from each other, the left hand goes down, the right arm goes up and over. and then rise up. Turning back towards the right, to the left. Reach out over that right leg. Trikonasana. And then take your left hand down, level the chest, and then turn towards the right. And then back to center and towards the other side. Now bend that right knee. Virabhadrasana 2. Straighten the right leg, feet are parallel, and bow. Reaching those arms straight out. And this time you're just going to take your hands and bring them back. Lift that chest up. Turn towards the left. Let your thighs cross and then drop your knees to the ground. Have a seat. And you're going to take that left foot up. Put the heel into the hip crease. Pause here. So you're going to turn again. Towards the left first. And then take that right hand to the ground. You're going to reach the left arm up and over and lift the hips away from the floor. Have a seat. Turn, and if you want to, you can just reach the arm back. You can grab the foot if it's available and pause here. Let your heart lift. So kind of play with it. But if you're just reaching, holding, nothing, that's okay. But if you can hold your foot, that's great too. You can take your hand back to where we came from. Anchor that hand to the ground. Kind of lengthen, kind of moving forward to give yourself a little bit of leverage. And then pull yourself up. Open it. If you can hold the foot, great. If not, that's great too. Then have a seat. And then lift your knees up. You're going to kind of keep your hand back here. You're going to take your left hand back here. Your knees are lifting. You're dropping that left thigh to the floor, and the right arm is going to reach up and wrap around that shin. And you can just kind of bend and reach for those fingers. Now you can do this by taking your foot to the floor, lifting your right knee, reaching and wrapping here so that it's more available. Unwind. You're going to take that foot and come around again. So we're taking it back to where we came from. Pause. Take a deep breath here. Turn to the right. Cross at the thighs. Drop your knees. Have a seat. So the toes are pointed. You're going to take that shin and pull the heel into your hip crease. Turn to the right. Keep it lifted. Try to keep it lifted with the heart, the belly, the spirit. And you're going to take your left hand. It comes to from 6 to about 8 inches away from your hips, depending on where you are. But you're going to give yourself a little bit of leverage and then reach that right arm over your head. And then have a seat. Turn to the right again. Lift the chest. Take your right arm up. Turn your thumb down. Bend your elbow and take your hand. And you're reaching for the hip crease. But now you're going to grab for the foot. If you can hold the foot with your right hand, that's great. If you're just reaching, that's also great. Lift your chest. Now take your left hand to the side. Kind of go forward a little bit. Stabilize with the shin, you're pointing the toes, and you'll come up, and the knee goes out to the side. Then you're going to release again, have a seat. Keep your right hand as it is, you're not holding the foot though. You're going to lift the knees, take that right thigh to the floor, take your left arm up and over, reach and wrap that arm around the shin and go for the bind. Remember, you could drop that foot. You can take the foot down to the floor, lift your knees, left knee, and bow forward. Either way, you're still getting into those hips. Release, and let's go back to where we came from. So you're going to cartwheel, come back to the front of the mat. First, let's fold wide. Take a deep breath in. When you come to the front, you're pivoting on that back foot. The toes are turning towards the left and reach over the head. Go to side two. Turn towards the right. And then back to the front. Cross dog one, so the thighs to connect. Walk back. Take a deep breath here and lift your right leg. Only as high as it wants to go, but try to keep the hips parallel. Drop the right foot behind you. Pause and lift. You're going to pull the knee up, grab the foot, and drop that knee towards the floor. So, this is a pose that isn't necessary. You can just be right here. You can take your hands to the floor. You lift your heels and you're going to kind of pivot towards the right, and that knee drops to the ground. And if your hips and knees don't want to do this, do not force them. But just kind of play. It's kind of pivoting on the heels, dropping the knee down, and then your right arm goes up, left arm underneath, and you wrap those forearms. You'll release the hands back to the ground, lift up, pivot back on the foot, and then from here, you're going to rise back up, woo, and take your foot to the ground. Exhale, and go to down dog split. Take your foot wide, and we'll do that maneuver so that it feels good on the outer hip crease. Lift the heart up. Cartwheel to side two. Inhale, lift. Back to center. Cross that right thigh over the left thigh. Once you get there, walk your hands back. Take your left leg into the split, just so you can feel the hamstring open back up. Drop that foot. Pull your right knee all the way up. Take the foot, heel into the hip crease, and then bow down. So from here, your hands are shoulder distance. The shoulders are over the wrist. You're going to pivot, kind of lift the heel, pivot just a little bit, drop that knee to the ground, left arm lifts, right arm comes underneath. And then release, hands back down, pull back up, pause, and rise. Drop the right foot. Exhale. Come forward. Down dog split. Bring your knee to your wrist. Exhale down. Anchor the back foot. Just come up. Hold here. Let your hip flexors open back up in the front. And then come back to your forearms. Lift those hips. Take your right shin forward. Anchor. That back foot, pull the ankles in. Pull your hands back. Lift that chest up. Good. And then you're going to bring your hands back down. Pull that right leg to meet the left leg. Drop your knees. Come into Tadasana, so you're going to let your legs extend. Deep breath. Exhale, fold. And then come up and onto your back. Just let your arms fall to your side. Relax everything you don't need, especially your mind. Take a deep breath in. And then roll to your right. And bring yourself into a seated position. Give thanks to your body for all it does for you every day. And give thanks for having a body to express who you are. Namaste. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't. I would love to have you back. And there is a comment section below that I mention a lot, so please tell me who you are and how you are and what you want to do yoga-wise, what you've done yoga-wise, what you love about yoga, anything. Could be about the weather too. Just say hello. All right. Namaste.